mark overnight. Temperatures in mid-Michigan not quite that cool yet. We've got 42 degrees in Mount Pleasant, 45 in Alma and Saginaw, Midlands at 43. But Cadillac is at only 38 degrees, again staying on that cooler end of the spectrum, and it feels even cooler than that when you factor in these stronger winds that we've been seeing throughout most of the afternoon. A pesky 21 mile per hour wind there in Alma, 16 through Mount Pleasant, 22 in Saginaw, and even closing in on 20 in Houghton Lake. So those strong winds out of the west are providing a real strong bite, in fact more of a punch to our air. Even though we're already in the low to mid 40s, it feels a lot more like this. Temperatures in the mid-30s, Mount Pleasant at 35, Midland right there as well, 36 in Alma, and 30 in Houghton Lake. Cadillac only 28 degrees when you factor in that feels like temperature. So that strong biting air is going to persist throughout the night, especially as cloud cover continues to diminish. As we can see in our satellite and radar, those clouds from earlier this afternoon have gradually begun to dissipate, leaving most of mid-Michigan with clear, sunny skies for the whole afternoon, which is nice, at least compared to our temperatures that we've been seeing. We do have some lake effect snow showers across the northern lower peninsula affecting places like Traverse City as well as Houghton Lake, but those are staying well north of us this evening, and that's where they're going to stay through our overnight period as well. As we time out your hour by hour forecast, at 6 o'clock we're at 43 degrees, we're down to 38 by 9, and then it really clears out overnight. We get down to 35 by midnight. Let's walk through those temperatures for you through the overnight. Higgins Lake at 34, Midland at 34. As we head to the morning, temperatures real chilly. It's at the freezing mark in Higgins Lake, 33 for Alma and Mount Pleasant, and 34 in Big Rapids. Those temperatures will rise, however, tomorrow as we finally see some of the green shading coming back in on the map as some southwest winds, which will be strong again tomorrow, come back into play, keeping us in the low 50s tomorrow and even the mid 50s for some of us for our high temperatures. Futurecast shakes out just like this. We've got clearing conditions overnight heading into tomorrow. It gets a little more cloudy. The radar is showing some chance in the Futurecast for some hit or miss drizzle spots. I do believe the air is too dry for most of that to reach the ground here in mid-Michigan, and we don't see anything out to the west. A few lake effect showers on Wednesday, mainly north of us, are not really going to play into our forecast. Tonight we're at 33 degrees overnight, mostly clear and cold conditions. That wind will have a bite again overnight. We'll have feels like temperatures in the 20s across mid-Michigan for your evening. 54 is our high tomorrow with clouds increasing, especially in the afternoon. Windy conditions as well. Southwest 15 to 25 miles per hour. So while that will be responsible for the inflow of warmth, we'll have cooler wind chills and feels like temperatures as a result of those winds, which will gust to 35 at times. We dip off Wednesday under mostly cloudy conditions to 42, but Thursday we have a little more sunshine. High temps back up towards 53 degrees. Is that a show of what's to come? You'll have to find out in my second segment, but for now, we'll send it back to the desk. Thanks, Alyssa. And yeah, temperatures are down just like the stocks. In fact, only 46 for a high this afternoon in Mount Pleasant, which is close to 13 degrees below what we should expect to see for this time of year. Although this morning, our low is actually 3 degrees above average, due in part to the cloud cover that we saw this morning. But that cloud cover has slowly faded off, and the temperatures have really started to cool off around mid-Michigan. As we can see, this cool area of temperatures running all the way down through the middle of Texas. In fact, Oklahoma City is only at 49 degrees. It's 48 in Omaha and Chicago, and Nashville is not even at 60 degrees. They're below our average high for this time of year, as cold air really extending well into some southern portions of the country, in addition to mid-Michigan. A more localized look at our temperatures shows that we're still only at 44 here in Mount Pleasant. Bad Axe as well at 44. Alpena is at 37 degrees in Traverse City at 41. So the cool air definitely still continuing to be a factor, but it's really that wind that has been biting this afternoon. With these temperatures staying cool, it's a good time to look at the fall foliage across mid-Michigan. Again, we've got partial color still down in southern portions below I-96, but a good majority of the Mitten State is at peak color, and that's going to continue to change. So if you still want to get out and see the fall colors, do that as soon as possible because these cool temperatures are going to cause the leaves to continue to change over. Here's an overnight look at our temperatures. We're down to 35 by midnight tonight, and we even creep down near freezing by the morning before we gradually start to warm back up. When this green comes back into the map, that's some nice shading of 50-degree temperatures. We like to see that. Though that's still below average, it's a little bit closer to average, and it'll feel a little more comfortable in the temperature department. However, the winds once again will be strong, but we don't have any rain filtering into the picture. As we can see out over Wisconsin, clouds beginning to dissipate the Minneapolis to Waterloo area as those clear skies, I should say, are going to be making their way into mid-Michigan. We are still dealing with a couple of lake effect showers to the north, but those will continue to filter off. As we see, we're left with mostly clear conditions overnight before a cloudy day tomorrow. And then by the time we get into our Wednesday, there's some hit or miss lake effect snow showers north of us. Tonight, however, we're down to 33, mostly clear, cold conditions. The wind will be stronger in the evening and it'll lessen overnight, but it ranks right back up tomorrow, ramping up to 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting to 35. So though we have a high of 54, it will be windy and it'll feel more like it's in the low 40s and even upper 30s. A look at our 7-day forecast. We drop down on Wednesday to 42 for a high with mostly cloudy conditions, but then we get a nice little spurt of a little warmth, not quite average, but 53 and 55 over our Thursday and Friday before the football game. Looking a little chilly. We may have to dodge a few hit or miss showers for the Central Western game on